guys, and welcome to my new channel. I'm hoping to do a lot of gaming videos on here. I haven't done a lot for a while. I used to do Call of Duty videos back in the day, back when I was actually trying to be a professional gamer. But that dream is long gone, so I thought I'd restart this as a hobby. So there's going to be a lot of variety, a lot of party games. A lot of my friends are currently restarting. So there's going to be a lot of collab videos. I'm currently doing one with my friend Rakatu, so we're going to be doing a lot of League of Legends, Medium Masters, Prop Hunt is one of the new ones just started to be playing again, so that would probably see one of those in the future. I like to play a lot of FIFA, most recently MTG Arena, which we've got in the background. So I'm going to show you what kind of decks that I use currently. Annoyingly, it's just the one. I'm quite new to the game. Not really got many of the cards as of yet, but as you can see, I'm using a mono black deck. It's kind of a mixture of aggro and a bit of control. A lot of the main parts of this deck is from discard, and then just main tempo to just build up the board and just sort of kill them before they can control me too much and get to the higher mana costs. To be honest, the only two late game cards I have are these. The gods are just kind of OP this season, although I do know the season's going to be coming to an end very soon, so we shall see what the new season brings and whether these cards sort of fall out of favour. But as you can see, I've gone for like an amassed deck. Ideally I'd like to build a deck that's a bit more focused and not just a bit of this and a bit of that. But I've got cards like Liliana Dreadhorde, which are sort of key in most decks these days. So the main deck I am going for, as you can tell by my goal, is a black, blue and red deck. So I thought I've come up with the idea of trying to build a mass, get the zombie tokens up, with a couple bit of discard as well, because discard, it just seems to be the thing to do this season. Especially with these god cards like this one, which is in my eyes very overpowered. Just as a 4 mana 4/5 with flying in itself is strong, but the fact that it's a god card, you can reveal your card and play a copy of whatever you've drawn if it is a sorcery card. That's won me games quite often, to be honest with that. Got a couple of cards that I do want to get rid of. Like Invade this City, I'm not too sure really, because I don't have too many sorcery cards. But to be honest, I have a lot of the Nick Bolas. I know that's a very overpowered statted card at the moment. The fact that you can change it from a minion to a planeswalker and just sort of control and dominate the board really. So I've got two of those. I've got quite lucky with my mythic rares, to be honest. But as you can tell, I don't really have a lot of the dual lands that I needed so far. So this deck might still take a while to get going, but hopefully once I get the cards I can start competing, do a couple more of the constructed drafts, also get a bit more golden gems. I'm looking to enter some tournaments on here, hopefully if I can get into the traditional constructed to start off before, so I can get a few gems. There's some new events I can see that we've got, so I will try these at some stage as well. But for now, I'm going to test out the Grave token deck. I'm not sure why I've called it that, because it really doesn't have any grave stuff in it. But I've had quite success with it. If I do get the right cards on the beginning, I do kind of just snowball and win the game quite quickly. But if I do go up against a blue control deck, that is normally the time where I do struggle. Little things like exile, return to the owner's hand when I've got a high amount of amass, it just kind of counters everything I do, because it just goes straight to the exile and just disappears. So we shall see what we've got in our first starting hand. Now we'll keep that. That's got a fair amount of tempo. As long as I draw right on this, I should continue. Although red deck is also depends on what they've got in their starting hand, could really screw me over quite quickly. But we've got a good curve here. So it's most likely going to be playing. We need to find out if it's a goblin deck. Okay. Which I am drawing a lot of land, which is good. Let's just see what he's got in his hand. Because of the fact he's only got one out currently, he's going to take 2 turns to get that out. I'm going to get rid of this, because he's going to have to sacrifice a creature, and the only creature he does have is that. Get some damage in. Unless he chooses to block, which I very much doubt he will. Still not really managed to utilise the Eternal Taskmaster yet. I'm not really sure if that's a card that's really suited to my deck. Because it's so early aggro, I've kind of just taken it because of its high stats. But I will look to move this in the future, really. Let's get rid of that. We shall see if he blocks that. Although it has opened him up to allow him to use Heat Fire now. He is most likely going to sacrifice one of these 1/1s. He has got a lot of 1/1s. Not really a fan of these current decks. I am going to block here, because I did get rid of that +2. You know he has 2 mana, because he has already got rid of. He did have that, so he could have 2 of those, but I know that's 3 mana. He's only got 2. Okay. It's not the worst. Could have been a lot worse. Should keep the pressure on for now. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm only going to block 1 damage, so let's get some damage there. I'm very surprised he's not used this on my Eternal Taskmaster yet. But I don't want to speak too soon because I feel like he might do. Especially if I block with this. That's why I'm going to let this go through on this occasion. Because next turn I can just bring back the last top Reader. I'll take that back. He has indeed done what I thought he was going to do. Although I am going to have to pass here. It's just a case of who can top deck the best right now. And he's going to get himself more goblins, which is not ideal. Literally just going to have to take it. All I need is something that's not that. I kind of want to save this, but I know. Oh. That's not ideal, because you will now know what I can choose. Okay. This is very unfortunate right now. I can take off 1 each turn, but he is doing a lot more damage to me. Semi-good. Right now, to be fair, I've got Duress is a bit of a useless card. Because whatever he draws, he's most likely going to play. And if he doesn't play it, it's either going to be a land, which he doesn't need. I have to choose a non-creature, non-land card. But we will continue to block, however. Although, if he does have a 4 damage card, you know what? It sounds looks quite small. But if he does have a 4 damage card, it does mean that I'm not gonna die. So at least right now it's only 1 damage, and he now can't do any damage to my face unless he has a spell. I will actually have a look at it. We shall see. Okay, there we go. So it is now a contest of if I can last whatever he top decks, as long as it's not damage. If it's one of those, well, there you go. Does look like a very strong start. It's going to be quite a funny start, it seems. However, I do feel because of the Deep Root Elite, I am actually going to have the better of the tempo. Although he is getting a lot of units out. So, because of it's going to give me 2 stats here. So I'm going to put that 1 on there. Actually 1 on there. Hopefully this should stop him pushing hard. Might need to be careful of this one. That's a very good start. Right, now is the main thing. Let's just build tempo. Let's build up the river sneak. Because the fact that this can't be blocked, this is going to run pretty hard. And when I do find him on attack, I can just disperse the +1/+1. Okay. That's a bit more of a problem. Excuse me. That is quite a big problem. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. If you can only... Actually, no, this will be the better play then. Because now I have to attack this turn, otherwise I am dead. So let's see what this guy does. It is going to kill him. GG. Oh, the miscalculations. Oh no. Oh. Well, that's the first mistake of this video. Oh dear. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'm hoping to do more content like this in the future. Hopefully there'll be a bit more variety as I go along, so I'm looking to play some FIFA and League of Legends. So watch this space. Obviously, thanks so much for tuning in, and hopefully I shall see you guys in the next video. Peace.